What's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Jeremy Frazier, back at it again with another video series. I hope you enjoyed the last series I dropped on defining wealth. I hope it brought some value to you and put into perspective what wealth is, right? Because we all need to start defining in our own life the things that we seek and desire. And one of the things I seek to do is to teach people about financial literacy. I think it's a core aspect of life that if you don't have it, you're really gonna struggle. So this is my way of giving back to you all, right? Giving you the information that I've been learning over time as I started my journey. So it's always important to define the things that you're trying to learn. With that being said, let's get into defining financial literacy. So, what is financial literacy? The definition I put together for it is the ability to understand the ins and outs of your personal finances and applying this to your everyday life in order to build a lifelong journey of good financial habits, right? Financial literacy is a lifelong journey, right? It's not something you can just learn and that's it. You're going to always find different tricks and trades that are going to help you throughout your journey when it comes to finances. And it's always important, right? Make sure that you don't just listen to some random person like me on YouTube alone. Check everything that's being said, including me. This is why I'm giving more information for you to do your own homework. Investopedia.com is a great resource to learn about all things finances, and it's a very trustworthy site. So make sure you go on Investopedia and look up some more information about financial literacy as a whole. So why is financial literacy so important? Like I said earlier, right? It impacts your life as a whole. When it comes to life, we focus on so many of our core aspects: our emotional, our mental, our physical, our spiritual. But a lot of times we neglect our financial. And to me, it's at that tier with all those other life areas. So it's so important that we have a good game plan when it comes to our finances, because without money, we won't be able to take care of the things we need to live comfortably, right? And there's a lot of benefits from understanding these finances. And a lot of America today are missing out on those benefits because they haven't took the time to learn the basics so that they don't put themselves in the situations that they're in now, right? We're talking about it's the key to survival. You need money to survive. Money buys you food. Money buys you shelter. Money buys you clothing. It's a necessity in life. We can't go without it. It's successful. It's needed for your retirement. Without a good amount of money at the latter end of your life, you won't be able to retire, or you won't be able to retire comfortably, right? The average person is living to be 80 plus years old. You'll probably need at least $1 million to $2 million to live out the rest of your life once you retire at the age of 65. So it's so important to have a game plan with your finances for purposes of retirement and generational wealth, right? It's good to be able to pass down money to your family. And too many times we leave this world with debt that our family ends up having to take on, rather blessing our family with some money and resources so that we don't continue that same family curse. And on the opposite end, there's a lot of things that can happen when you lack financial literacy, right? And these are the things that we want to prevent by all means. Bankruptcy. You destroy your credit when you do that. Credit's not a necessity, but it definitely is beneficial for you early on in life while you're dealing with money, because most of us aren't making the capital to do and buy the things we want. So we need credit to be able to do so. You go bankrupt, your credit goes down the drain, right? Living paycheck to paycheck. This is way too many American citizens right now. We are literally barely getting by until our next paycheck. So we need to learn how we don't put ourselves in that kind of situation. No savings account or little savings account, right? Without that emergency fund to be able to take care of business when things come up, it's going to be real hard navigating life. And frustration and anxiety, right? It doesn't feel good not having money. It's very frustrating, and it brings you anxiety not knowing if you can take care of your family. So, with that being said, I had a prolific quote that my father-in-law told me. And it, ever since he told me it, it resonated with me. And that quote goes as such: money can't buy you happiness, but having enough money to not worry about it will. This is the goal. You don't need to make 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. You just need to make enough money for your personal life that you don't have to worry about it. And that peace you get from being in that point of your life is going to feel amazing. So make sure you understand financial literacy is so important. So there's so many elements to financial literacy. I'm giving you 12 key terms that I want you to hone in on and learn about in your own time. On the screen, you'll see it's defined. Take a screenshot of it, right? Go research on Investopedia.com. Get more information about these key terms, because understanding these key terms as a whole is a great start for our beginners trying to understand finances, right? And some of the things we can see on the screen, right, is liability and asset. It's important to know the difference, right? An asset is a resource with economic value that an individual, corporation, or country owns or controls with the expectation that it will provide future benefit. Key word, future benefit. You want it to bring benefit. You don't want it to bring the opposite, which is a liability, right? This is something a person or a company owes, usually in the sum of money. You want to make money, not owe money, right? There's things like equity. You want to have ownership in things. Understanding recession. Right now, we're in talks of recession. We're in talks of inflation, which is another key term, right? So check out these key terms. They're very relevant into what's happening today in the economy, and make sure you understand these things. So what are some strategies that you can take right now to start absorbing the kind of information you need to become financially literate, right? Well, right now you're doing it as we speak. You're watching this video. That is one of the strategies you need to do. Look at financial pundits online and make sure you double check what they're talking about. Cross-reference what they're saying with reliable resources like Investopedia, right? Sign up for newsletters. Listen to podcasts. Get some financial books and understand those books, right? Leverage social media. Start a budget. Talk to financial professionals. Take online courses or financial educational classes so that you can learn more. Take these strategies, 1 or 2 of them at a time, and start applying them to your everyday life right now. With that being said, I got some homework for y'all. Some of you, if you're watching me right now, there's a great chance you read this book or you already have this book, right? That's good. If you never seen this book, even better. I want you to purchase this book. It's not expensive. You can find it on Amazon. You can probably find it online for free. You can probably ask to borrow it from a friend that's into finances. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is literally a rite of passage for anybody that wants to learn about money. Most likely, a person that's going down this rabbit hole of learning about finances has read this book. This book is going to inspire you to want more when it comes to money. So make sure you read this book. I'm going to put the link to this book in the description below. So I hope this helps. I hope this was a great overview of financial literacy as a whole. Stay tuned for the next part that we're going to get into. I appreciate y'all. Until next time. Peace.
Put that work in. Put that work in. Put that work in. Put that work in, put that work in. Put that work in, put that work in. Put that work in. Put that work in, put that work in. They got to catch up, cause I'm too fast like you say. Don't put me in no one-on-one, get cooked up. Well done, came about that low pond, but now I'm swimming with